YouTube, what's cracking, man? Hey, I got another fire haircut that I'm about to show y'all in this video, man. Step-by-step tutorial on how I do my version of the taper fade, man. If y'all watched the last video, which I did a bald fade in that video, man. I'm gonna put the card right up here. Hopefully y'all seen that video, but like I said, I like to mix up my different techniques, try different stuff, you know, because I'll get bored. This video, it's pretty dope, man. So I got the wide beard on them, taper fade, two little parts in the front, laid the hair down, man. It's pretty nice, man. Other than that, I appreciate y'all watching this video, and we're gonna get right to it. Peace. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this cut. So I'm using my comb and just making sure that I get the hair to lift off the scalp a little bit, so that way when I use the clippers, that you know, it's a lot easier to go through it. So letting y'all see the before. Like I said, it's gonna be a fun cut, man. So right now I'm going in with my 1.5, and we're gonna go ahead and just start taking this down, man. I really love these wireless clippers, man. If you can get you some of these ostrich octanes, man, please go ahead and get them, because I mean, they just a strong clipper, man. They cut through anything. I don't really like using like the cordless clippers, like the walls or the seniors, to cut through the top, just because I feel like it lacks a little bit of power, even at full charge, as far as like just being able to get through it in an efficient enough time, you know. So if I know a certain client I've been cutting for a while, I kind of know what level he likes to go to, so I just pull these out and just kind of get through it real quick. Really powerful machine. So I'm just kind of looking at the crown, kind of seeing which way his hair goes, and that way I'm, you know, just not making any mistakes by rushing through it. Okay, so right here, I'm going in with my magic clips, and I'm just putting a little starter guideline. I'm not going to complete the taper right now, but I got it all the way closed, and I'm just kind of like going in there kind of soft, not too hard, as far as just the pressure on the skin. And right here, I'm going in closed. He likes his taper a little bit high in the back, not extremely high, but he don't like it low at all. So I went in ahead and went closed, and then I'll start to open up the clipper right here. And you'll see I'll go about 1/2 inch and just kind of start flicking that line out a little bit. And then next, I'm gonna go in with my 1 guard, and I'm gonna have that all the way open on this next step. All right, you can see right there, starting to comb it out, just so I can see what hair is already out the way. So don't forget to use your combs, man. Brush and stuff, I mean, I really don't use the brush on my tapers or my fades. I try to stick with the comb most of the time, and I just think it's better sanitary as well. I'm using my corner technique. Right now I'm using more the left side of that blade. Just really depends on like what dark spot, what area. I just kind of go back and forth from using the clipper flat all the way, and then I use the corner of the blade as well. So I just switch the guards to the 1/16 guard, and I'm just kind of making sure I focus on that line right there, just trying to flick that line out. And on my lever, I'm playing with it. I'm going back and forth, open and close, and I'm using that corner fading technique right there as well. So you can see that little line right there. I'm about to start hitting that line and just making sure that I go ahead and take that out. I'm smoothing it down, going with the grain. So a few hairs sticking up. I like to go back and forth doing this technique as well. And I go right back in using the corner fading technique. So right here, I'm just pretty much cleaning up whatever I see with the 1/16. And just trying to really hit those little dark spots so I can clean it up. Right now I got the 1.5 guard on. I'm going up to about another 1/2 inch higher, just to kind of clean up the dark area right above that fade, so I can just bring it all in together. And I like the magic clips because it really don't take me no time. I mean, they some little hitters, man. they kind of get through that fade a little quick, man. So I've been cutting with them a lot more lately, just cause I like how fast they cut. So right now I'm working on this taper. I just put my one guard on and I'm opening all the way and just kind of flicking that line out. You know what I mean? Just making sure I stay consistent every time I'm going into these fades. I pretty much try to keep the same general steps. From time to time with certain clippers, I'll change up the technique as far as like what guards I'll use next. But with the magic clips, I like to use my one guard first, and then I'll follow up with my 1/16 guard. That's the system I like to play with it because it just kind of get the job done quick. And once you've been doing it for so long, you just kind of know what's gonna work. I mean, in the beginning, you just trying to figure it out. But I've been cutting so long, it's just really easy for me to get to whatever guard I need to real quick. So over time, the more you cut, the better, the faster you'll get as well. All right, so right here, I'm just going in, polishing up the taper right now, just trying to knock out any dark lines that I see. Um, that way, it's just all blended and coming together really nice. You know what I mean? So just the more you do it, the more you'll get a hang of it. But it's all pretty simple. It just takes a lot of repetition. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and let y'all get to the video, and I'll come back in shortly. And so just remember to just use your comb to clean out the area. Like always comb through the hair. That way you can get the real look when it's finished. Sometimes I feel like the brush can kind of not really give you the true look, but that comb, it'll definitely give you a more better view of the taper, as far as give you a better clear view of just what it's supposed to look like. All right, so right here, I'm gonna do the same steps on the other side and let y'all watch this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so right here, going back over it with my 1.5, just to knock down the hairs that's sticking up. I usually do that every time I go over it, just to make sure that I picked up all the little loose ends or whatever. And I think I got the 1 3/4 blade on there. Either that or the 1.5. I'm sorry. It looked like I got the 1 3/4 blade, but I'm just kind of going back over that taper in the back just to clean it up some more. All right, so I'm edging up the back and just kind of getting that outline, getting ready for the top, because I'm definitely gonna lay his hair down. I like to be really laid down, so I kind of like the do-rag technique. I don't do it every time, but just depend on, like, if I got a real waiver that comes, I really like to do that technique as far as like just laying the hair down. Pulling the hair down, cleaning up around the ears, keeping it consistent. Right here, he likes to keep his beard wide too, so I just try not to push it in too much. Just trying to make that line look a little bit, sharp, but not bringing it in a lot at all. Use my razor. Just trying to go ahead and speed this video up a little bit. I know it's kind of long, but speed it up a little bit for y'all so y'all can get through it. Putting the 2 parts in. This is his little signature. Keep the 2 parts up in there. I'm lining up the back. I like these little edges that I'm using too. They got the Andesty eyeliner blade on there. I think it's I forget the name of that clip. I'm gonna have to definitely put it down in the description, but it's definitely modified. Right here, I'm using my my mousse and brushing it in real good, drying it up a little bit before I put the do-rag on there. I don't think this technique is a secret anymore. At first, for a long time, I feel like people was doing it. A lot of people didn't know what was going on, but the secret is definitely out. But it's definitely a great technique to use, especially for hair that's shampooed. I like to shampoo my clients. I didn't record that part, but it definitely looks a lot better when you clean out the hair. Right here is one of my techniques that I like to use to get the beard to pop a little bit harder. His beard is already like really thick, so it looks better when you enhance it, just to give it that extra pop. And I'm using the Kiss Express. I think I'm using the darkest brown, so that's the color that I'm using. I don't want to use black because I didn't want it to look like too fake, but I'm only adding in just a little bit, brushing it in. I got like 3 different techniques on how to add color into the beard. Well, probably about 4 different techniques. I like to try different stuff, but this is just one of them. But when you'll see it look a lot better once I put that razor on it. I mean, it'll be sharp. I think those edges are the LIs, but like I said, I put that link in the description. Definitely the Andesty eyeliner blade for sure. I got those edges from Drew Nice on Instagram. His name is Drew Nice the barber, and he modifies those edges, so that's where I got them from. Right here, I'm just going in with my razor, put a little shave gel on it, and then I kind of like wiped it off with the towel. I didn't wipe it too dry, still left it a little damp, but I didn't want it too wet at all. So I'm just going in there, cleaning it up, using my towel. Dry it up. If it's too wet, I'll just use my towel to kind of, dry it up a little bit. Look at that line. Woo! Sheesh. I'm working on my beard to grow right now. All right, same thing on the other side. That right there, like if you feel like it's too awkward to have your client blow their cheek up, that way it could make it tighter for their razor to glide. That's a good technique to use. That way it keep you from cutting the client. So right there, just get right above his lips. I usually have a lot of trouble around the lip area with the razor. I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to get better at that. I've been cutting for a while, but still got room to grow, still got room to get better. And right here, I'm just using my cordless seniors to clean it up. I really like using these clippers mainly to like do like the little cleanup work to get the loose ends. I don't really like them for fading too much versus like my fast feeds are my favorite fading clippers. And I'd rather use the magic clips over the actual seniors at this point, but I'm gonna try to force myself to use it more when it comes to fading. I'm pretty sure I will in the future. Right here, I'm just adding in a little bit of enhancements on those hairlines to make it pop a little harder. Nothing too much. And then going in with the Barber Magic pencil just to give it that extra oomph, extra little pop. Like I said, I don't always use it, but I will sometimes just because I just do it like, depending on how I feel. Like if the hair is not dark enough, I'll go in there and just add like the little pencil. I mean, I can get the ash without it as well, but sometimes I like the way this looks versus the natural ash. So it just really depends on like what's your preference at the end of the day. I'm going back over the line. You can't hit it 1 or 2 times. You got to go over it a few times just to give it the extra crispness. So after your client tap out, they might give you that extra tip if they see you go the extra mile. They're willing to pay you more. Right there, it's looking good, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know how y'all liking this haircut so far, and let me know what other type of haircut y'all want me to do next, man. I can only do so much because of my clients, but depending on what they got, I'll definitely see what we can work out as far as like what type of haircut y'all want me to do next. I'm just tightening it up with the razor. Here goes the before and the after, man. I really hope y'all liked the video. This was a fun cut, man. Great client. I like doing beards. I mean, I really love having that nice taper and beard combination, man. Again, I'm smiling. I want my clients to feel good. And like I said, this is a profession that changed my life forever, man. I love cutting hair. I love barbering. And I'm going to just stick to it, man. Thanks. And please share and subscribe, man. See y'all on the next.